Mornings have a rhythm. You can hear it, feel it. And at Quaker, we fuel it. With 100% whole grain oats and a good source of fiber in every bowl, helping you turn that rhythm into your soundtrack for a great day. Fuel to start whatever's next. Quaker, official sponsor of FIFA World Cup 26.
Let's go!
English with Us podcast.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing amazing today. Welcome and welcome back to English with Us podcast. My name is David.
Hello, David. And hello, everyone. I am very excited about today's topic because being on an airplane is such a real and useful situation in English. Many people travel by plane for vacation, work, family visits, or school, and sometimes they feel nervous because they do not know what to say. Nervous means a little worried or scared. I think this topic is very practical because airplane English can help you feel calmer, safer, and more confident during a trip.
That is perfect, Emma, because today we will learn simple English for on the airplane. We will talk about seats, bags, food, drinks, safety, flight questions, and useful phrases people can use during a flight.
David, quick question. What does on the airplane mean?
On the airplane means the time when you are already inside the plane during the flight or just before it starts. A flight is a trip by airplane.
So this is not about booking the ticket or checking in at the airport. It is about being inside the plane.
Yes, exactly. Today we are talking about airplane English after you enter the plane and sit down.
That already feels very useful.
Yes, many learners know airport words, but they also need words for the real time on the plane.
Quick check, David. A flight is a trip by airplane, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some very common things people say when they first get on the airplane?
One common thing is asking about the seat. A useful phrase is, "Excuse me, is this seat 14A?" Another one is, "I think this is my seat."
That is a huge one.
Yes, another useful phrase is, "Can I sit here?" Or, "I am in the window seat."
What is a window seat exactly?
A window seat is the seat next to the window. A useful opposite word is aisle seat. An aisle is the path between the seats where people walk.
So window seat is by the window, and aisle seat is by the walking space.
Yes, exactly. Another useful one is middle seat. The middle seat is between two other seats.
Quick check, David. An aisle is the path between the seats where people walk, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about bags? People always need help with bags on planes.
Yes, definitely. A useful phrase is, "Can you help me with my bag?" Another one is, "Where should I put this?"
That is very practical.
Yes. Another useful word is overhead bin. The overhead bin is the storage space above your seat. Storage means keeping things in a place.
That is such an important airplane word.
Yes, another useful phrase is, "Can I put my bag in the overhead bin?"
Very useful.
Yes, another one is, "I have a small bag under the seat." Under means below.
That sounds very natural too.
Yes. Another useful sentence is, "This bag is too big for the overhead bin." Big means large.
Quick check, David. The overhead bin is the storage space above your seat, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some important words people hear from the flight attendants?
A flight attendant is the person who helps passengers on the airplane. A passenger is a person traveling in a car, bus, train, or plane, but not driving it.
That is a very useful word.
Yes, flight attendants often say things like, please fasten your seatbelt. Fasten means close something so it stays in place. A seatbelt is the safety belt on your seat.
That is probably one of the most common airplane sentences.
Yes, another one is, please put your seat in the upright position. Upright means straight, not leaning back.
And we're live on match day as Doug reaches for a buffalo wing. He's got it! Oh, and he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! What a finish! There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi.
That sounds very airplane specific.
Yes, another one is, please turn off your phone or put it in airplane mode. Airplane mode is the phone setting for flights. Setting means the way something is adjusted or prepared.
That is very practical.
Yes, another useful phrase is, please remain seated. Remain means stay. Seated means sitting down.
Quick check, David. A passenger is a person traveling in a plane but not flying it, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if a passenger wants to ask for help during the flight?
A useful phrase is, excuse me, can you help me please? Another one is, could I have some water please?
That is a huge one.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, could I have a blanket please? A blanket is a soft cover to keep you warm.
That sounds very common on long flights.
Yes. Another one is, could I have a pillow please? A pillow is the soft thing you put your head on.
Very useful too.
Yes. Another helpful phrase is, can I have some headphones? Headphones are the things you wear on your ears to listen to sound.
That is very practical.
Yes, another one is, could you help me with the screen? The screen is the small TV or display in front of you. Display means something that shows information or video.
Quick check, David. A blanket is a soft cover to keep you warm, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about food and drinks on the airplane?
That is a very common part of flying. Flight attendants may ask, would you like something to drink? Or chicken or pasta? Pasta is food made from dough, like noodles. Dough is a soft mixture used for food like bread or pasta.
Those questions sound very real.
Yes. A passenger can say, could I have water, please? Or, I would like apple juice.
That is very useful.
Yes. Another helpful phrase is, do you have coffee or tea?
Very common.
Yes. Another one is, I would like the chicken, please.
And what if someone does not want anything?
Then they can say, no, thank you, or just water, please. Just means only.
That sounds simple and polite.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I am vegetarian. Vegetarian means a person who does not eat meat.
That is a very important one for many people.
Yes. Another one is, I cannot eat this. Could I have something else? Something else means another thing instead.
Quick check, David. Vegetarian means a person who does not eat meat, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone needs to go to the bathroom?
That is very useful too. A person can say, excuse me, can I get through? Get through means move past someone in a small space.
That is a very natural airplane sentence.
Yes, another useful word is restroom. Restroom means bathroom. On airplanes, people often say restroom.
That is good to know.
Yes, another useful phrase is the restroom free? Free here means open and not being used.
Very practical.
Yes. Another one is, I will be right back. Right back means I will return very soon.
That is a good simple phrase too.
Yes. Another useful sentence is, please excuse me.
Quick check, David. Restroom means bathroom, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone feels uncomfortable on the plane?
That can happen. A person might feel cold, tired, sick, nervous, or uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means not feeling good or easy in your body.
That is very real for many travelers.
Yes, a useful phrase is, I do not feel well. Another one is, I feel a little sick. Sick means not well in your body.
That is very important.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I feel cold. Could I have a blanket, please?
Very practical.
Yes. Another one is, my ears hurt. Hurt means feel pain.
That is very common during flights.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I feel nervous during takeoff. Takeoff is when the plane leaves the ground and starts flying.
That is a very good airplane word.
Yes. Another one is, I feel better now.
Quick check, David. Takeoff is when the plane leaves the ground and starts flying, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about turbulence? People hear that word a lot.
Yes, turbulence means the airplane moves suddenly because of the air. Suddenly means quickly and unexpectedly.
That word can sound scary, but the meaning is simple.
Yes.
LinkedIn is great at connecting you with the world's largest professional network. But it can't connect you with motivation on a Monday morning. LinkedIn can help you get insights from your professional community. But it can't give you any insight into why Dave's still talking on mute. And while it can't stop your boss from bringing tuna for lunch, LinkedIn can help bring your career to the next level. LinkedIn is the network that works for you. Visit LinkedIn.com to learn more.
A useful sentence is, the plane is shaking because of turbulence. Shaking means moving a little in a quick way.
That is very useful.
Yes. Another phrase is, please stay in your seat during turbulence.
That sounds very real.
Yes. Another helpful sentence is, it feels a little bumpy. Bumpy means not smooth. Smooth means calm and even.
That is a great word too.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, do not worry, this is normal.
That is very comforting.
Yes, definitely.
Quick check, David. Turbulence means the airplane moves suddenly because of the air, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common questions passengers ask during a flight?
Passengers may ask, how long is the flight? What time will we land? Land means come down to the ground at the end of a flight.
That is a very important word.
Yes, another useful question is, are we arriving on time? On time means not late.
That is very practical.
Yes. Another one is, do I need to stay seated now?
Very useful.
Yes. Another helpful question is, can I charge my phone here? Charge means give power to a phone or device. A device is a machine like a phone, tablet, or computer.
That is very common too.
Yes. Another one is there Wi-Fi on this flight? Wi-Fi is the internet connection people use without wires.
Quick check, David. Land means come down to the ground at the end of a flight, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what happens near the end of the flight?
Near the end, flight attendants may say, we will be landing soon. Soon means after a short time. Another common phrase is, please fasten your seat belt again.
That is very important.
Yes. Another one is, please put your tray table up. A tray table is the small table attached to the seat. Attached means connected.
That is a very useful airplane word.
Yes. Another phrase is, please put your seat in the upright position.
Very common.
Yes. Another one is, please check the area around your seat for personal items. Personal items are your own things, like your phone, wallet, or passport.
That is a great real-life sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, we will arrive shortly. Shortly means very soon.
Quick check, David. A tray table is the small table attached to the seat, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, can we do a simple practice conversation for being on the airplane?
Yes, let's do one.
Okay.
Excuse me, is this seat 14A?
Yes, it is.
Can you help me with my bag, please?
Of course. You can put it in the overhead bin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is a very natural airplane conversation.
Yes, it sounds very real.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Would you like something to drink?
Yes, please. Could I have some water?
Of course. Would you like anything to eat?
Yes, I would like the pasta, please.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Very simple and very useful.
David, what are the most important things to remember from today?
First, learn airplane words like aisle, window seat, overhead bin, flight attendant, passenger, seatbelt, takeoff, turbulence, and tray table. Second, learn polite help phrases like, can you help me please, and could I have some water please? Third, learn food, drink, and comfort phrases for real flights.
That is such a clear plan.
Yes, airplane English does not need to be difficult. You only need some strong travel words, polite questions, and clear, simple answers.
That is really helpful.
Yes. If your English is simple and polite, people will understand you very well on a flight.
David, let's do a quick review quiz before the big summary.
Good idea. What is an aisle?
An aisle is the path between the seats where people walk.
Yes. What is the overhead bin?
The overhead bin is the storage space above your seat.
Correct. What does takeoff mean?
Takeoff is when the plane leaves the ground and starts flying.
Perfect. What does turbulence mean?
Turbulence means the airplane moves suddenly because of the air.
Excellent. That was a very, very long and detailed conversation about on the airplane. Now let's have a quick review of today's lesson.
Today, we talked about simple and useful English for on the airplane. We learned important airplane words like window seat, aisle seat, middle seat, overhead bin, flight attendant, passenger, seatbelt, takeoff, turbulence, restroom, and tray table. These words are very helpful during real flights.
We also practiced useful help phrases like, excuse me, is this seat 14A? Can you help me with my bag? Could I have some water? Could I have a blanket? And is the restroom free? These are simple, polite, and very practical.
We talked about food and drink phrases too, like, would you like something to drink? I would like the chicken. Do you have coffee or tea? And I am vegetarian. These are very common during a flight.
We also learned simple comfort and safety phrases, like I do not feel well. I feel nervous during takeoff. The plane is shaking because of turbulence. Please fasten your seatbelt, and we will be landing soon. These are important for understanding what is happening on the airplane.
The big idea is this. Airplane English does not need to be complicated. You only need some useful airplane words, polite questions, and clear, simple phrases. That is enough to help you during many real flights.
Your final homework for this lesson, comment 1 to 2 sentences you could say on an airplane. Here are 2 simple example answers.
Example 1. Could I have some water, please, and where is my seat? Example 2. I feel a little cold. Could I have a blanket, please?
Thank you everyone for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And we can't wait to read all your comments. Keep practicing and see you later in the next video.